Hello, and welcome to the University of Law. I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I've got a backlog of Big Finish and Target novels and things to get through, so I'll be releasing videos over the coming days. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this, which is Doctor Who Dark Gallifrey, Missy Part 2. So, I think we've got Part 3 coming out next week at time of recording. So as with all of the Dark Gallifreys, it's a kind of trilogy. So far I've not actually figured out, and maybe it's just me, but I've not figured out where it fits in yet with Dark Gallifrey. My only suspicion is that we are on Dark Gallifrey because we seem to be in a kind of planet that doesn't exist in ordinary time. So this is the middle story. In the first instalment we did get hints that the Doctor had already been on this planet before and had caused a bit of a stir, as the Doctor always does. And then at the end of the story, we had discovered that they have been transported back in time, so they can travel in time within this universe, but they can't leave the planet. So it's quite an interesting premise there. Let's have a look. There we go. That's quite cool, isn't it? I thought that was quite interesting, and of course they came across a blue box in the cargo hold, and obviously we knew that that meant the Doctor was coming up. We knew the Doctor was going to be in it anyway, but it kind of was a nice kind of segue. So yeah, they have gone back to the events. It's like a prequel to the last story. It worked really well as a prequel, actually. It was a nice, obviously with these trilogies you've got the same cast going through the 3 episodes, and I like how it's monthly and you have time to digest and think about it, and obviously get to know the characters a little bit more. You feel like you know them more because they've been with you longer than if you, because I tend to listen to a box set in a day, but by doing this you feel like you know all the characters and the cast better. So first of all I have to say the kind of there's 3 in particular kind of main supporting characters who had really good kind of arcs here. One of them is someone who's been transported back with Missy, and the other 2 are people who we're kind of meeting earlier in their timeline. One of them had already died in the first episode, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible, so I'm not giving spoilers away if anyone wants to listen to all 3 at once. But basically, I really like the whole idea of the idea of fate, and the nature of time here seems to be that you can break the laws of time as the Time Lords know them don't quite exist in the same way, and as a consequence Missy realises quite quickly that she can actually tell the Doctor who she is, even though when she meets the 12th Doctor he doesn't know who she is. So that was a nice way around that. However, there is an element to this, and something happens to the 7th Doctor at the end of the story which I found intriguing. I'd like to see how it pays off in the 3rd part. I'd like to see an explanation as to how it fits into the wider canon, the wider continuity, because currently his exit from this story doesn't really fit with wider Doctor Who. I have noticed with all the Dark Gallifrey Doctor appearances, we've not really seen the Doctor specifically within his timeline. You know, the 4th Doctor was a Matrix projection, War Doctor was also projection. Currently, this doesn't seem to be part of established continuity. I'm guessing part 3, when she escapes and resolves whatever she needs to resolve, I'd imagine that time's put back on track for the 7th Doctor. But it was an interesting twist and certainly surprising, and certainly something that I didn't see coming. But there was plenty of action, plenty of jeopardy. And I think the nature of that, I think there was an element where you thought, oh, you know, how's this going to be self-fulfilling? But at the same time, you're thinking, I think there's a real possibility that things might change here, and what are the consequences of paradox, etc. So there was really was a sense of threat. So I think they've taken the element of a planet with different laws of time. I think they've really taken that idea and run with it. So I really enjoyed that. And obviously it's great to have 7th Doctor and Missy. Obviously those 2 actors have been in Big Finish before, but not in these characters, so it's fantastic to see those, see the 7th Doctor with this particular master, and his surprise, particularly because from his point of view, the master is never going to regenerate again. So I thought that was it. I liked that was ticked off, and referenced. So that's the story. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in part 3. We shall find out this week. But yeah, so we've got the cast list in here. We have got the artwork. I never say enough about the artworks, actually. There's definitely, obviously this is a nautical theme, but it also is reminiscent of the 12th Doctor titles, this being a 12th Doctor character. This is very reminiscent of the Titanic, isn't it? It did have that sense of scale and jeopardy that Titanic episode had. And here's the disc. This is episode 2, with an advert for the previous instalments of Dark Gallifrey. So what are your thoughts? How do you think this is going to be wrapped up? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think they might resolve the 7th Doctor? If you have heard it, do let me know. And also, what do you think? What are your plans? What are your not your plans? What are your expectations? What are your predictions for the next trilogy, which is Master, the 8th Doctor's Master for the TV movie? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm excited to see future trilogies where we move away from the Master, because thus far this will be our 3rd Master we've had, and obviously out of 4 trilogies, 3 of the 4 are the Master, and there are other dark Time Lords other than the Master. So I would like to kind of branch out into, obviously we've had Morbius, but branch into Omega or Rassilon. I reckon Rassilon might be nearer the end. I think it might tie it all together. But yeah, I'd certainly like to see the Rani, of course, possibly. So I'd like to see a range of different villains. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.